Awesome. So we are live now in the Facebook group. And so this is Off the Record Airtable Secrets and Lore. This is I believe it's week 12. So unfortunately, Chris couldn't make it this week. He had some family stuff come up. So what we were planning on talking about, which we're pushing now to next week, is our predictions. Thank you, everybody who submitted your predictions for the next 12 months. We are going to go through those next week, and I'll send some more reminders out to get even more predictions for the next 12 months in the next week. But we are a group of Airtable users exploring new ways to use Airtable to optimize our businesses and lives. And we're open to hearing from anyone about their experience, good or bad, using Airtable to make a positive impact in the world. We attempt to promote people coming from any level to share their ideas or ask questions. We also share our experiences, tips, and practices, and offer ways to get help and get involved in the community. We meet every Wednesday from 7 to 7:30 in Clubhouse, 7:30 to 8 in this Facebook group, where we live stream this. So to kick things off, what we're doing today is we are recreating Instagram in Airtable. So we're kind of setting up the back end structure of it, and we're going to do our best to make it look like Instagram, but we'll see how far we can get. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. So we got myself, we also have Devin, and we also have Mahmoud, I believe. So Devin, if either of you guys want to introduce yourselves, to go for it.
Yeah, sure. I'm Devin. I work at a vertical farming company and have used Airtable in a number of ways in the past year or so, but this is probably the funniest application so far. We were just kind of chatting in the Clubhouse thing about, well, it'd be interesting to like just recreate basic structures of common apps. And it's like, could we build Instagram? Let's try.
What came first?
Oh, Tinder came out first. Yeah.
So we were going to try to recreate Tinder.
I think Tinder's easy though. Tinder's like very easy.
Mahmoud, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, yeah. I'm Mahmoud. I'm an architect and also a software developer. We use Airtable a lot in our project. It's called the Mawqa. It's a marketplace for building materials in Egypt. So I have like more than 1 year experience in Airtable, and we do a lot of stuff using automation scripts and all these stuffs and APIs. So this would be interesting to recreate something like Instagram.
Awesome. Do you want me to invite you to the Airtable? If you want to PM me, if you want to send it in the chat, your email, I'll invite you so you can help as well. But I'll go ahead and share my screen. Devin got a little bit of a head start on us and started to create some of this. But we will continue. Devin, if you want to go through some of the stuff you created in here, some of the tables.
Well, yeah. So we basically just have like a users table. Oh, okay. Well, so basically, you've got the basic things that you would have on an Instagram profile. You've got your name, your display name, your maybe we'll call this handle because I think that's probably more apt for the thing. Your bio. Actually, we need a bio link if this is truly Instagram.
True.
Got a bio link, profile image, and then a linked column to your posts, which we have on the next table, which each post would have. Oh, what?
I've got to share it.
Okay.
Real quick.
Well, yeah. The principle of it is each post you'd have post copy, like text, and an image, and each post would have an author, and then each post would have likes, and I guess we'll maybe talk about comments, or shares. I don't know how deep we'll get here, but I was thinking about this also, like in the context of something like Facebook. I was like, how would you do reactions when you have different kinds of reactions, but one per?
Yeah, that's interesting. It'd have to be.
I think you could do a single select.
Yeah, I was going to say a single select and then link it to the post and link it to the.
And then you just count if the reaction is whatever. So, which almost feels like the way to do it. Just count if and roll that back up to the posts.
Yeah, exactly. So once we get a gallery view, we can use the count field.
Yeah, let's call this reactions. Yeah.
So a big thing to note between these tables and why it's set up this way the relationships between the tables, or between the entities. So between one user and post, one user might have many posts. Between one post and one reaction, one post might be linked to many reactions, but one reaction may be linked to many posts. So would we need a junction table in here? Or
well, no, reactions would be, you'd have a reaction ID.
Okay, so this isn't going to be a list of this will be a list of each time a reaction happens.
I would think, yeah, because it's a transaction basically. If you think about this in other contexts, you're talking about, this is basically a transaction. Like, you've got the hello world post.
Yeah.
You've liked it.
Well, here in Instagram you can only have correct?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But you can actually, but reactions could be share. Reaction. How do we structure it? Because you could, I guess comments would be separate, but shares could be. Well, I guess shares would be separate too. Yeah.
Like sharing it with a friend.
Yeah, like sending the post.
Yeah, I guess that you can see that on the back end. So this looks like, so you have the handle, the bio link, profile image. One thing we need in here is some images.
Yeah, because it depends on how we want to do it. Like, if we're truly doing Instagram, then we only need likes.
Yeah.
But if you're doing reactions, then you can do a bunch of count ifs. I think comments is interesting, because that's going to link to authors or users.
Hey, if you expand your gallery view enough, you can get it down to just one, so to be streamlined, like as if you're on the mobile version.
If you
look at the shared, what I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, you've got your window super tiny. Okay, I see.
I don't know if I
can no way to do that on
this big.
Copy it. Is there no way to do that naturally?
I don't think so. I think you just have to keep zooming in. So one thing that this is missing right now is the number of likes. So Mahmoud, you brought up a good point that you can't dislike it with our current setup. So should we try to incorporate dislikes into the likes table? But they can only dislike it if they have already liked it. That's the
No, I didn't mean dislike. I mean that if you like it and then you want to unlike,
yeah,
you want to undo the like,
which is just math basically. So yeah, this could be like and unlike, and then it would work similarly.
But if they've
already liked it,
well, if they haven't liked it, how do we stop them from just unliking it? Because they've already not liked it. That's what I'm trying to think of.
We need to figure out, has user reacted, and if they have, the count is going to be count is going to be positive. Yeah. So
the reaction has to be connected also with the user.
So if reaction.
So the user will like the other users.
Yeah, we can do a math thing here. If it's thing, then it's available in a view for the.
Yeah, we can only do it with a form, so they have to like it through a form.
Yeah. Well, you can do that in the columns too with the view. If reaction.
Yeah, but here I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Who did the like? There are two persons involved in the reactions: the person who wrote the post and the person who is liking the post. So who did the like? Who made the like?
So it's
not connected here until now.
So yeah, you need a like.
So, liked by, for example,
because you have it's a interaction between the post and the person liking it, not so much the two users.
No, but you need a user who's going to like.
Yeah.
Who is So if you've got, let's say we got Ben reacting to this post, reaction is like, and then on user how do we do that?
So yeah, because this is the three tables are connected together, or the users connected with the users and with the posts. So what I think that like what you did, the reactions. So for each post, you can have multiple reactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each reaction is connected to only one post. So it's like what you are doing here, but for example, reacting user for the same post. So for example, this and the next one has the same post, but Mahmoud made a like. So now you have 2 likes for the post 4/7/11/26.
Yes, and it counted up 2 likes.
Did you get what I mean? Or is it not logical?
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just trying to think. How do we limit with?
So like the same person could like one post twice. Is that?
Well, how do we limit like? So okay, yeah. So like if how do we limit you from specifically not liking a single post, but you could also still like other posts? So if because it's not because it's the sum of this is different. So it's like
You do it in here. So we take off. So if you go to the reactions, and you go to
I
only one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. But in terms of like, you can only unlike this if your reaction balance is positive, right?
Yeah.
If you like it, you go to 1. You know, if you unlike it, it's
actually,
a -1.
Actually, you don't. We don't need the last 2 columns because you already either like it or leave it empty.
But if you like it,
there is no options.
if you like it and unlike it and like it and unlike it, you need to be able to change that. And I think the only way we can change that on like a non-editing the record is through math.
So the only way we can do this is through a form where we limit the record selection by a view. And I think each person, because this is kind of what Instagram has, it's like it's personalized to each user. So each user would have their own gallery view of all the posts. They would also have their own specific form to post that they have not liked. So it's not the greatest UI, but
yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can actually do this in a Kanban potentially. But again, it needs to be something that you have liked. We need a junction table here somewhere. So.
I was going to say.
We need a user has liked. Yeah. So if we can do this. I've done stuff like this before.
Actually, what I mean here is that if a person likes a post, a new record will be added to reactions. If he removes a like, the record will be deleted, and that's it.
So how about we write a script to do that? We would need to write a script then to delete it. Or could it just update that and say?
Yeah, can you update a single?
I mean, we could use an automation to update it with just have it no likes.
Can you have automations?
So I want to understand also what you are trying to achieve after this is how you will make the UI or the user interface for this. I know that this is a database or the Airtable, but what are you thinking about how to make like buttons or something like this?
I was thinking, so there'd be a gallery view, and then there'd be pre-filled forms using a formula that they could click out of one of the gallery view cards, and they could go in and like post with a form, and they could go in and dislike a post with a form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Okay.
Do you have a better idea?
Because I use JavaScript and all this stuff. I
Oh,
use a
see, this
UI
is,
outside.
This is like, how do we do this very basic?
HTML and yeah.
Um,
So that's why I don't know the basic way or the easiest way to do it.
Ben, yeah, we need Ben's balance on this table.
So we are doing in the posts.
Can't do that. You need
Posts, reacting users, likes, yeah.
How do we,
counts like, yeah, this is cool.
How do we get to this? A user has elected, so we can actually go to user, but no, we can't go by post.
So if you go to the, yeah. So now if you go to the, what I'm sharing here, I did the setup for one person. So this would have to be done for each person. So I would get this form to go like a post. So I would choose myself. And I would, so this is significant right here. So these posts liked, or so this is to unlike, so actually this is specifically to unlike a full post. So this one will only let me pick from the posts that I've liked.
Is that is it balance positive though?
Yeah, so it limit
count likes. What are you counting? Where are you limiting? Filter where reacting contains Ben. Okay,
yeah.
No, we need to filter it this way. So
it's filtering where it's doing a unique array of the users that liked that post. And so that's what it's showing. So I'm filtering by where Ben, the filter is where that is Ben. And so you can only, in my form, to unlike a post, I can only pick a post where I've liked that post already.
But here's the thing: is if you use the form to unlike it, then you've still liked it.
Okay, then we will have to add a filter here where the reaction is.
But if you like it and then unlike it and then like it again, you've still liked it.
Yeah,
so this is what I'm trying to figure out is how do you do a balance? We need to show a balance, like a score. Tell you what we need. Does that work?
Yeah, you're already doing it. Ben is already doing it. So there is a condition for the roll-up.
But this is going to be not by user though.
Like you want to see how many posts you've liked specifically?
Well, okay, so if you like something, right, you add a like record, right? That's +1, right? If you dislike it, -1. So really what we need to do is basically like, it is basically say like Ben reaction, and you'd have to do this for every user if you were going to do this, and but if we have 3 users, we can basically do this, and there's probably a way to do this like through a gerund, like automatically, but basically.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. So if I like a post, then unlike it. If I, well, you can still like it again.
Reactions, and then it just be. I'll just.
We'll test it.
We'll step in count plus count, and then we go roll up. We go likes.
Now the balance is 1.
All right, so.
But I could still go.
And in the reactions, you have a new record, right?
Yeah.
Which is unlike. It's instead of updating, it's adding a new record.
Yeah, so it adds a new record in the reactions.
Can't we just update an existing record?
So
Ben already in the first record, he's already liked. Can we change like to unlike?
You could, yeah.
And instead of creating a new record.
If we give everybody access to our base, then yes.
Okay.
Because you have to have access to the Airtable base.
Which in our scenario here is kind of like the back end, right? So if you were Instagram, how would you do that? It's not exact, but yeah, I think you would do. See what I'm? No, but see what I just did on this this posts thing here.
So on the post.
On the post table, you've got the balance on each person's balance. So basically, if I go and like something, right? If I go and like something, then my balance is 1, right?
Yeah.
And then if I keep the like record and I dislike or unlike it, my balance is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So on the users on the posts thing, what you want to do is instead of it's basically we want to draw from posts where your balance is 0. Or sorry, 1, well, 0 or 1.
Okay.
0 to like, 1 to so basically like no, wrong thing. Delete view, you want to make a new grid view. So basically this would be, Devin likable, and then Devin unlikable. And the filters for these would be where my balance, when likable, it's 0, and where my balance for unlikable, my balance is 1. So if I like something, which we can, it's too bad we can't do this via card. We can.
We're gonna test these with some. See what exactly we need.
So I'm gonna like this, or unlike something, or I guess I should have unliked it.
So post liked.
So if you look at my unlikable and my likable right now.
Which one?
The views.
In post?
No, the views. Look, so I've got 2 posts that are likable because I haven't liked those yet. And then what am I unlikable? I've liked this post, so I can unlike it.
That makes sense. So now you just have to limit your 2 forms to those 2.
To those 2 views.
Yeah.
Which just gets very complex, but it's, I mean, if you could do an automated, like, kind of gerund, like post and person, like, and reaction, like.
Yeah, so let's do Devin like, and then we'll limit the post liked to Devin likable.
Yep.
And then we'll do another one.
And what we should do is limit the user to Devin, the reacting user.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, if you limit it, yeah, that would make sense.
I just made a view, so it's there.
Perfect. even better. So we'll limit those, and then what I'm going to do to make
You can, yeah. And you could actually redirect the forms so that they bounce into each other.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Just,
Do you want to go add that while I write this?
Can we redirect in?
Oh, in the free version, I don't think you can.
No, you can't redirect. But okay, so if you were doing pro, you could redirect between them, so you could like and then unlike.
What's the language for the post liked linked record in the form? Is it post? Let's see, %20. What does the question say for the reaction post liked?
The question? It's yeah.
Yeah, I want it.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do this.
So now in the gallery,
are you pre-filling that based on a link?
Yep.
These are. I should actually watch your videos.
So in Devon Likeable, we're gonna create a gallery view. So each user would be like they'd need their own two views. I know your name is.
So why don't we go this?
Likeables. So then we show the form refill, we take off the image, and we want the balance. Where's the balance of likes? So now we'll just test this out. So now this is our Instagram. This is what Instagram will look like. So if Devin wants to come in here, and we probably should name that like. Oh, but we could also pre-fill Devin. So Devin.
Yeah, you could pre-fill, yeah.
And then like, this is how you'd have to submit it. So we could go as far as pre-filling the user, reacting user, and all, as well as like, and they would just have to click submit.
Yeah, so we could we could pre-fill the user and not pre-fill the post, so that you could choose the post.
Yes.
And if you because then we can make a dashboard actually with a gallery view on another table.
Yeah, I'm gonna type this one out fast. Let's see, and this is whenever there's two, this is where I sometimes lose it.
Oh, well, also we didn't do.
Oh, there's quotes.
Following.
Oh yeah.
I think I could do. I think I can.
Are those going to be self-linking records?
I think so. Yeah. Basically, like.
Yeah. Unless there was a table for like.
I'll follow Ben, but I won't follow Amu, and then we'll make.
The only problem there though is like if you follow someone, it doesn't show that they have a follower. Like it only shows on one of them.
No, we can do that.
Like you'd have to edit. There might need to be a table for like follower, followee.
No, I think we can.
Because if you add a self-linking record and then you self-link a record, it only adds it to one person.
So I almost need like a following transaction. Can that work? Yeah, that can work, can it? Yeah. I think this can work, right? Following user followed.
Yeah. The pre-fill Should be written in each parameter.
So for the and, oh, did I not?
Pre-fill and pre-fill, yeah. And pre-fill.
See if that works now. Come on, post link. What happened, man? So now my first one. I wonder, would it still be considering? So it should say, is there an easier one? This one. Okay. So we got both those pre-filled now. Now all they have to do is click like or unlike, which it should be just that. So the review though should be, because Airtable only had, or Instagram only has one gallery view. Like
yeah, it has a view per.
So the form, there'd be a pre-fill form for the like and the unlike. You could do that. And then if like you were to click into a pre-fill for something that was filtered out, then you just wouldn't be able to submit the like. Or you wouldn't be able to submit the unlike if you hadn't liked it. So instead of Devin likables, this should just be Devin. Do you follow me at all?
Well, I was half paying attention doing that.
Oh, another thing we can do is you can sort this actually, I don't even, sometimes they don't do chronologically anymore, I feel like. But if we inserted a field for the created time, that would give us the order they were posted in. Most recent, I think. So let's see. So now we'll see if Devin can go like that one. Oh, I think it wasn't pre-filling because that wasn't an option based on the linked records because they were limited. So now if we refresh this, it should, yeah, balance one like. So it works. Now the big question is, now if we click into this, oh, so we need to use both formulas. So two pre-fill. So in order to actually,
what is the problem here?
So the problem here is the only form link that we give them on the gallery view is to like the post. There's no way they can unlike it because we didn't give them the form from the reactions. Devin, how is the following going?
Getting there. I'll look up based on. No, so I follow.
All right, so now customize this. Enable the unlike one. Is there like a posted time? Or it usually says like minutes ago or hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Today minus, or now minus created time.
Yeah. That one sounds like a fun formula to write, but
no, it's easy. No, it's easy. Okay, so
Date different.
Go. Yeah, formula. Date
Now.
Yeah, date time different. Create or go now, and then created time. And then we want date time format to wrap this.
You can add the units.
Yeah, format.
Yeah, hours.
And then we want forget the specifiers for. Oh, that did not work.
So basically, we successfully did this for one person. So we did it for Devin. Devin can use Instagram
on Airtable.
And he can I don't know if Devin posted any of these. Oh, the posts aren't linked to it.
The author.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so these can be, but you could like your own post. Yeah, you could like your own post, I guess. So that doesn't necessarily matter. But now also on the users, they can get.
I'm getting an error.
They can get
is now
roll up of the post. Balance of likes.
So I think we can actually make a dashboard here. So you have links on the post, right? The like form and the dislike form. Are these pre-filled to a user?
To you.
To you. So you could actually, instead of making those links on the post, we could actually make a user dashboard because all those forms are the same, right? Or yeah, right? They don't go to the post.
Each link is dynamic based off the post, but only links to you.
But it doesn't add the post liked, right?
Here, are you watching my screen?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
So these are the two links. So
yeah.
Whether or not you can like or unlike, you can still click into the form. So this one, it looks like you have already liked it, so you can't unlike it.
Oh, so it's going to be that. Okay.
But if we go to a different one where you maybe have not done that.
Okay.
Unless you've already liked all of them. So it looks like you've liked all of the posts.
Okay, because what we can do is I'm not really good with the whatchamacallits here. What am I trying to say? The pre-fills. Is we can actually make a dashboard.
What do you mean by that?
The posts is if I follow the author. Is author.
Oh, I think I see.
Devin follows author. How do we do this?
I think we would add a roll up to the author. So how did you do the followers?
So yeah, that's the problem. Is there was something. So I follow these people, but who follows me?
So
we need so I follow Ben, but Ben, how do you know that I follow you?
Yeah, that's the problem with the self-linking records from
the users. I follow Mahmoud and
from this, from that link, we should be able to look up follower. So from
Ben is following Mahmoud.
Follow
it's the opposite way.
2, follow look up from from follow transact 2, we look up follower. No, shit. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, I follow.
So I added that lookup field in here, but now we'll filter.
I follow. Ben.
Oh, we need to make sure that.
Yeah. This works. I follow Ben and I follow each other. I follow Ben. You follow both of us. Mahmoud doesn't follow anybody. Yeah, this works. So if so follow
Ben.
So then we do a find. So in the post, so we have
author
followers, right? Followers, yeah. Followers. Look up.
The problem that I see with this is to show the post in the gallery view. There's nothing about the person viewing it. Oh wait, I think I see what you're saying.
So you can have a roll up to see how many followers you have.
So
yeah,
if
what does it do? Who?
If find Devin.
But the filter cannot be dynamic.
And followers. No, you couldn't be. No. Sorry, I'm so all over the place. If find 1 0 fine. If find. How do we do these find ones again? If find followers. If find. Or just is it just find? Yeah, it's just find.
So in here, the author would have to be followed by.
So yeah, so I am in the followers of those. So I follow those people. So then for Devin's homepage, the view is filtered based on if follows equals 1. For posts.
So we can just filter yours by the lookup of follows me.
And so what the interesting thing here is the user dashboard is links with buttons. So
it works.
Well, see, that's posts. Oh yeah, so that's my homepage, right? Yeah, but we can actually have a homepage where the user is.
So the reason why I say this works for anybody watching is because Devin only follows myself, if I'm correctly. So Devin only follows Ben, but Ben has 2 posts. So if we come here and we go to the author, there's 2 posts with Ben. And now that we filtered Devin's homepage down to just Devin, now he can see his homepage. So these are all the people that he follows, which just happens to be only 1 person. It's interesting that it doesn't show your own post in here though.
My own post? Because I don't follow myself.
Well, you can't follow yourself on Instagram, but it still shows your post, I'm pretty sure, on the homepage. No?
Right, because I would think that the back end automatically follows yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe there's an automation that every time a user is added, they follow themselves. But basically now with Devin's homepage, these are everybody follows in all of their posts.
Well, see, this is my what I would say my feed.
Yeah.
So pop over to the user dashboard table, and then we'll customize the cards. We'll hit the button. We'll take the.
So what does the user dashboard show?
So if you go to the grid gallery view there, this is basically the bottom buttons. Like this is like.
Okay. Yeah. So we at least created the
we can actually turn these into buttons too. Yeah, I actually have to get going, so let's do a quick summary and then.
So I'll do a demo of the feed, and then if you want to do a demo of what you're working on with the dashboard, as well as the followers, where we got with that.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm not sure that not sure the dashboard actually makes sense, but I think because I think you're right, putting it on posts is the way to go.
So what we created with the feed was we limited it. So all of this essentially has to be created for each person. So down to the formulas and down to, I think it would have to be based on the formulas, but the formulas here that you would click into, the views. So this is Devin's view. So everything has to be very, very personalized. But we, like if Devin's on his homepage and he comes to any of these cards, he can click in here and like a post using this form. And so if we come back here real quick, we can see this has 2 likes on it.
Refresh that real quick.
But he's already liked that
He
one.
changed the buttons. No.
Oh, you changed these to buttons on here? Oh, perfect. Awesome. Even better. So Devin's already liked this one. So I don't know if we can do anything about that to let him know that, but how we know that is because it doesn't show up if he clicks on the like form. So he can't go like that post because it's not pre-filled. But if he comes here,
it's not in the views. I don't think we don't think we allow it to, right? We've limited the views such that I can only like things that I've not liked before, or have a 0 balance.
We could even have a if statement to pull in to check to see if you liked it or unliked it, and then show the opposite form and just have like change like status as the button.
Yeah.
That's or like press the heart.
Yeah.
We can do that if we want.
That'd be a better one. Yeah. It would just have a little heart emoji in the thing.
Yeah. So here you can see this is where he'll unlike it. So that's not quite pre-filled all the way, but now if we refresh his homepage, as you saw on the last page, it should go from 2 to 1 right here. And then this one, I'm not sure if he has liked it or not, but if we go to like it, he's already liked it because it doesn't pre-fill there. Because these linked records are limited to a view of his either liked or did not like, so that he can't double up on likes or unlikes. So now you can see Devin wants to like this one or unlike this.
Okay. By the way, you can pre-fill also the like and unlike instead of pressing 2 times.
Yeah, that would be the
we
next.
can pre-fill,
the next step here. What does it say there?
It's
reaction.
Yeah.
So we'll just throw in another quick pre-fill here. So
reaction equal like, reaction equal unlike. L, the first letter is capital.
Does that look right?
Yeah, this I think reactions. There is S.
I've never done.
Oh no. There is no S. Sorry.
No worries.
I've never done.
Yeah. The table has S, but the field doesn't have S.
This is how you can get around Airtable's not allowing the third parties. So now.
This is unlike. Did you write like or unlike?
Oh, it must have not. So is it
L? Yeah.
So now we can test this out. Officially, this is semi-final product. So if he goes in here and likes it, he can just click submit and like it. Or now come in. So if we refresh this, you can see balance went up. Unlike it, submit that real fast, refresh this, balance goes down, and you can do that on any post. So we got the feed down. And now it's been a little over, so it took us about 50 minutes to create Instagram for one person. So I think we can start taking on more users.
I think if you just quickly map over to the users table.
If you want to share your screen, by all means.
We'll just go to the users table and just pop on the profile. So I just
Okay.
typed this in the past 2 seconds. So basically, you could
Oh,
have
nice.
profiles per person and have bio links and such, number of followers, who they follow, such things.
Yeah, it'd be really.
Yeah.
So
Number of followers, it's on, yeah. Let's see. Count follows me. Okay.
what if we did this where this is my profile?
Yep.
And we shared this. And so on the users,
I'm gonna switch to mobile here because I could get some food going for the misses.
so now for Ben, that's his profile link. And then on the post, we can pull that in using a lookup field. And then we can see that on the gallery view, ideally. So on the author,
Hey, nice profile picture.
pull in the profile link, on Devin, customize the card.
I started using the system.
This is like a really good lesson for anybody who's actually watching this. Is like, this is how these things are made on a much smaller scale. Like the basic relationships are probably similar.
Do we need to add a quick? Actually, this will be more interesting if we add another button, and then can someone change? Oh, we would have to change all the followings too to add the picture. Never mind. So now on Devin's home, instead of that, we'll do open URL. And that probably needs changed.
I am switching to mobile.
So now on Devin's homepage, on the shared view, we can now also open his profile, which will just be him. Which will just be the poster, if that makes sense. So not only can we unlike, we can also click into their profile
And explore.
Yeah. So the only thing we don't have is being able to go into their other posts. But I think this is huge progress for the hour. Does anybody else want to demo anything in here?
I think you could go other posts if you made a view of somebody else's post that they could access through a link.
Oh yeah,
profile, right? I mean, we're getting kind of like super complex out of this basic kind of demo, but it's theoretically possible to do.
So you just have to do one per person. So where the author is Ben. So now on the users. So this one's based on popularity. So we're tied there for popularity based on likes. But if there was another URL, then we could say this is so for Ben, we need to bring in that profile URL. And now we can see if we open this up to Devin, we can see like, unlike, and open URL. So if we open the URL and these are just, Devin only follows me. So this only shows my post, but if we open myself, then we can come into me and go to my profile, which did not work. Let's see, post. So that's the one. Oh, did I not unhide the right one? There, that was why.
And the other thing we could actually do here, like, I mean, this is like getting super, you know, down the road, is like on the profile information. Like if you made a form, and instead of all those the bio link and whatnot, instead of all that stuff, you know, coming from the users table, if you made that from a user and information update table, and then use the last modified, the last created information that was put into that table,
Mm-hmm.
and then surface that through lookups, because then people could update their profiles.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's just like
Yeah, I think this is sufficient for the hour that we.
I would say so.
So yeah, if you want an account, we'll take offers on our initial seed round here for Instagram remake. I don't know what kind of offers we'll entertain.
And if you're on the Facebook group, and if you have ideas for other apps that you'd like to see recreated or attempted to be recreated in very rudimentary ways, drop a comment.
Yeah, so we were thinking about Tinder initially. Now I feel like Facebook would be that. Maybe we could try Clubhouse, although I don't know, because that's live. But for any app that you want to see recreated, we can definitely go down that. So, you guys have any parting words for our Airtable Instagram remake?
I hope that anybody watches this got some value out of just, you know, our kind of like weird, you know, screw around session. But I think, you know, if people are thinking about this, like, and they're like, how does this relate to, you know, what I'm doing on Airtable? I mean, you know, think about what we just did in an hour, and how we took, you know, a concept and you know, built out the kind of relationships, and albeit in a, you know, a somewhat basic form. But if you think about every app or everything you interact with, you know, online, you know, a lot of it is just kind of more complex database structure with a good UI.
Yeah, we're just lacking a good UI.
And maybe if anybody at Airtable's listening, perhaps that be one of the things, the wish lists.
Yeah, Mahmoud, you have any parting words?
Yeah, it was interesting to see to join you in this one, and it was a nice experience with you guys, because I always, the first thing to think about is making a script and making the API and doing a lot of complicated stuff. But you try to make it using very simple ways, and that was interesting for me.
Definitely. That's usually the route that I try to go, because I don't use any code unless you consider formulas coding.
Which they are to some degree, but
yeah. But yeah, I hope everybody here found value out of this. We were going to do the next 12 months predictions this week, but sadly Chris couldn't make it, so we're pushing that to next week. So next week, come back for the 12 months predictions, and there'll be a link down below this video where you can submit your 12-month Airtable predictions. It's just a real simple form, and we'll look through those next week and see what everybody thinks Airtable will be doing in the next year. So I'm super excited for that. So come back next week, and thank you everybody for showing up. And now we will go off the air. So thank you.
fun times.
Thank you
Have a good
guys.
one.
Bye bye.